right, so as promised, I'm going to talk about posture. And I'm going to turn sideways so you can see we have 3 curves in the spine. So there's this concave curve, lumbar curve, convex curve, thoracic, and concave curve, cervical, the neck, right? So all these 3 curves need to be in the right proportion to have good posture. So if we are, for example, rounding the upper back a lot, see how this lower back curve then flattens, right? And the neck one becomes a little more exaggerated. It's all kind of working together so that there's an equal total curve between them all. And so the others will compensate. So if you're not having right posture, let's say you're rounding forward with the upper back like I was just showing, you may have lower back issues or neck pain because of that. So it's not going to necessarily always be felt in the area that is out of alignment. All right, but let's just go through how to stand properly. So you want to line up your feet so that they're parallel to each other like a number 11. And again, from the side I'll show you, you're going to bend forward and more or less bringing your spine parallel to the floor. And then when you come up, you're going to tuck your tailbone under just a little and bring your shoulders so they're right over the hip joints. Remember I said before, center of the joint, line up with the center of the joint. And also there's lined up with the center of the ankles. So ankles, hips, shoulders, we should be able to draw a line between them. Okay, so standing up tall, and then you're going to take your arms up, palms together, bring your hands down to your sides with your palms out. So notice how the shoulders are now open. You're going to keep them open but relax your arms. And to feel what that posture feels like, you could just go up and down on your feet while keeping the body, ankles to shoulders, in the same position. And you can practice it by marching in place and again keeping that same position. And you can also walk, and so first level would be just to walk, keeping this posture, walk back and forth a few steps while really paying a lot of attention. Another level would be to close your eyes. And actually when you close your eyes, you can really pay attention what's happening internally, so just make sure your path is clear. Try closing your eyes, taking a couple steps, and just be aware of what this feels like inside your body so that you can come back to it anytime during your day. Now, a quick way to set up this posture is that you're engaging your lower abdomen, so belly button down to the pubic bone. And again, this area tends to be weak because when we're sitting in a chair, we're not accessing or using these muscles much at all. So one way to kind of quickly bring yourself into alignment, let's say you're standing and your posture's not that great, and you want to bring yourself into alignment, you could think about engaging, so pulling in this lower area, and then bringing the shoulders right over the hips. And that can help you to stack up more quickly. And then as you're walking, think about using those lower abdominal muscles. So when you lift your leg, you're lifting it from here. You're feeling that lift coming from your core. So that's standing posture. Now I'll talk a little bit about sitting posture. I don't have my ball here with me, but I would just say the best thing to do with sitting posture is to sit on an exercise ball. So an exercise ball, those big, inflatable balls, you can look online, and usually it will give a measurement of how tall of a ball you need depending on your leg length, and just sit on that without a back, so your feet are on the floor and you're sitting up straight. So I'll do another video where I demonstrate that, but I don't recommend sitting in chairs for an extended period of time unless you have one of those chairs that has like the exercise ball cushion type thing on it. Then it can do that for you too. But sitting in a regular chair for an extended period of time is not going to be good for your posture, good for your core strength at all. Another thing you can do to work on this is when you need to pick up something off the floor, to do a squat. Now I know not everyone can do a squat, so that's another issue that we'll maybe work on. But if you are able to do a squat, let's say there's an item that is on the floor that you want to pick up. One way to work on your core strength is just to pick it up by squatting rather than bending forward. Now, there's a lot of other benefits, so leg strength, hip flexibility, and so on that you get from squatting, so it's always a great idea. If you're unable to squat, just make sure that you try to bend forward with the proper posture, so keeping the extension of the spine instead of hunching or rounding, but try to keeping your spine extended as you go up and down. All right, so that's it for posture. Thanks a lot.